people? How y'all doing? How do you like living the lie that's been set up for your reality? You believe everything without actual experimentation in some way to bottom out using your own reason, wisdom, and knowledge the truth. Because no matter what, the truth always prevails. Although all men are liars, that includes you women too, you're all liars, every one of us are liars. The bottom of the truth can never be totally hidden. Don't matter how big or how little of a lie is exposed, the truth will always prevail and come out. People, we need to break away from the dependency of this government. And the way to do it is in the courts, I'm telling you. You just tell everybody you know, and even when you get pulled over for speeding or whatever, go into the courts and plead not guilty. Let's take our time. You're going to lose a few minutes at work, big deal. It's our civil dissidence. It shows our disapproval totally to the system. And there's several small solutions to help end the tyranny and oppression that's being exploited on people of the world through the government and the religions. Yeah, I hate to say it, religions is as bad as government when it comes to the oppression and control of people. But y'all have to do your own research and find yourself, step back, take a look, do your own research, gather your own knowledge, find your own wisdom, and apply all the principles and the realities that you ran across and gathered up, and you will bottom out at the truth. And when you do that, you see things in a whole different perspective, I guess you could say. It's just like my theory on the beneficial, benevolent society of man. If we all just minded our own business and quit participating in the government extortion racket, it's our court system, and if we all go and just start pleading not guilty, and the jurors, we can get the jurors, we're all the jury people, we just got to go in and start finding the people who are on that defense stand trying to defend their freedoms and liberties from the state. We need to start finding them not guilty. We're killing America, we're killing the American dream's already killed, but we can at least stop the nightmare in the meantime, I guess you could say. Quit paying your fucking taxes. Change your W-4 over W-2, whatever the hell you sign at work, to exempt. Sign before your name without prejudice, UCC 1-308, which means you refuse to enter into a contract without all disclosure, basically. But it protects you. I did it, and now I gotta go get another job if I want to go tax exempt again, and it's getting close to that. I like where I work, but I don't like paying the government. They don't do anything for me except kick me in the shorts, take my money from me, and make me spend $1,000 a month on their welfare system. So why would I want to support the government? Why would anybody want to support the government? You got to figure, if they're not they're not stealing your dollars to support the lazy fucks, then they're instilling them to employ the greedy fucks who are making bombs that are blowing up sovereign countries and changing the face of the planet and humanity. People, this is our world. It don't belong to some small group. There's no group, there's only humanity. And if we don't stop what's going on and change things into a free society, then this new world order is actually going to be implemented. They've already got their Agenda 21. You guys all need to look into all this stuff. It's crazy. I ain't got time to get into it all, and I don't want to, but the Agenda 21 and the eugenics and MK Ultra mind control and the gun grab shit going on and the flat earth and everything, people. Look at the stock market. Look at the Chinese being bombed by America, and what's going on with the internet here. We all are just passing the information on at excruciating speeds, and people are waking up and they can't have it, so they got to take it out. So probably the internet's going to be going away here pretty soon, as well as all power. See, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. It ain't just going to be the airways, it's going to be the entire electrical power grid. Once that happens and you ain't got access to water, you're going to be really fucked. Yeah, you're going to be really fucked. You don't know how to extract it from the air. Yeah, you can extract water from the air, but I ain't got time to get into that. You'll have to figure that one out. You do the research. I know you can. That's all I give a fuck about. A piece of plastic and a rock, a hole, a little vegetation and piss. We get water eventually. Yeah. But that's not what this is about. This is about people waking other people up, because only one person has to see this video that I'm making right here, and if it's the right person and they see how this exploitation of government by refusing to participate in their system of court, by finding everybody not guilty, just stop going into their courts, their mock courts, their traffic courts and shit, and giving your money over to them, people. They're already taxing the fuck out of you, and you just hand them your fucking money for going to work, just trying to go to work. Y'all know it's true. If I can't explain it any clearer than what they expose themselves as. It's nothing short of a criminal cartel. In fact, I think there's a little more honor in the criminals. At least they're not going to steal from their family members. The government's uncouth and uncaring. They don't care. They just want to feed themselves and keep their shit going. It's just like I tell every one of these policy enforcement officers I see, I tell them, I say, you know, you need to really be considering what you're going to be doing here when the shit hits the fan, dude, because you see that body armor you're wearing there? Notice how I don't have any on? It's because I haven't fucked somebody over out of their livelihood like you have. And you think that one of these elite people are going to step down here and protect you when the shit hits the fan and people start going crazy. I think you better rethink your life, because you ain't going to be such a wanted person in a pleasant way when that shit does hit the fan, because someone's going to remember you. That's why you wear that vest now, because you fucked up so bad on your job. People, we need to take this country back. It's ours. We need to be accountable for ourselves. If you haven't hurt nobody, quit fucking going into the court and just pleading guilty. You got to remember, man, it's the people who are going to be on the juror out there. They're going to be pulled in to be on the jury. The courts take quite a few minutes, too. I was surprised at just how long my driving on suspension court case took. It was well into 8 hours. And so if everybody just starts taking their fucking cases to court, the courts will be so overwhelmed in the jails, they're not going to be able to have people locked up. People, for real. It'd be literally impossible, even with the FEMA camps. We could all fucking barricade the FEMA camps off. We don't have to continue to live in fear of this fictitious government who has impose their tyranny and oppression on the entire world. It's our government. It was set up for us. I mean, we're the posterity. The Constitution, let me tell you something about the Constitution. My belief on the Constitution, whether you believe it or not, I do believe that we have rights that are endowed upon us by the great creator of the universe, whoever that might be, however you might believe. That's your own belief. You have your own judgment and belief, and no one can take that away from you, but mine is a creation of divine kind of creation. I don't know, I believe Mother Earth is a breathing, living planet, glob. I can't even say planet, because a planet is a spherical, and I think it's more of a glob. They just put an E at the end and made it a globe, and then made a word to make it to fit their need, their agenda, and put one in every classroom so that everybody believes it's a globe. Jesus, I don't know, folks, but when you apply your own reason and wisdom and looking out there and fucking using your own judgment, it makes a lot more sense that it is a glob than a globe, that all them deep crevices are just filled in with water, making it an ocean. I don't know, but that ain't what this is about. It's the division of the people that is allowing the tyranny and oppression of government to be imposed upon the people. And it's because we're all consentful. It's a consent that you don't even realize that you're allowing, because you're not even questioning it. You're just giving them implied consent to just run your life. Did you know you were sold? Did you know your parents sold you with your birth certificate to the bonding companies in order to fund the United States, and your birth certificate's worth millions of dollars? No. See, all our power is supposed to be free, because it's our dams and stuff that made the power. But the government, granted, there needs to be maintenance and shit, but the rape that they do to the people in order to keep the maintenance and shit is atrocious. I've worked on them dams, and I know I've made fucking killer money, but that's not here nor there. It's just, it's our power, and they charge us for it out the ass. And if you can't pay your bill, what do? They add more money onto it. Boy, that makes a lot of sense, you ignorant fuckers. Thanks, I can't afford to pay the fucking $150 every month that you charge me anyway, so go ahead and add that other $10 on there. You're real brilliant. Oh, but it's not going to change, because we all just willfully consent to everything that goes on by nonchalantly exposing them and taking accountability for our own actions. When you get pulled over and you get a ticket, no matter what it is, I don't care if you would take it to court instead of pay the ticket, and you want to see a jury, they're going to get the picture. I don't give a fuck how many, people get pulled over every day. I go into court. Anytime I go into court, there's at least a morning session and a noon session, and there's always about 4 or 5. This is just in this county here. There's always about 4 or 5 courtrooms open, and every courtroom has between 20 and 30 people in it. That's a lot of people going to court every day. Now, if everybody just go in there and plead not guilty and set their shit up for a trial by jury, they're not going to be able to schedule it, and they're not going to be able to lock everybody up, see? You just need to fucking work at that one first. And then remember, we're all going to be pulled into the jury. Tell everybody you know this, so we can get this shit out and start taking back this country. It's the only way we have a chance, folks. It may even be too late. You can't convince me that anything's okay with what I'm seeing in the economy and shit right now. And Jade Helm fucking military personnel moved all over the United States and being set up for control. Fuck, they got all these wars. That's a big thing, see? Everyone says, well, our boys aren't going to shoot at us and shit. No, that's because they ain't here. They ain't even here to protect us. They got them all put overseas, fighting their wars over there, so they can bring in all these fucking foreign troops nonchalantly, and they'll be in here ready to fucking take over. And I'm not asking you to believe me there either. You just do a little research and you'll see where them fucking Russians and Chinese troops have already been infiltrated all around the United States while our boys are all deployed over in Afghanistan and Iraq and Iran, you know, and it's fucking, it'll be an easy squash, kind of. I'm not saying easy, but it's, our boys are gone. It's being planned that way, people. You need to wake up. You need to figure this out. I'm not just babbling on. I just use my wisdom and knowledge that I just am continually searching, and it doesn't matter how deep you dig. See, it's like digging a hole in sand. If you go to try to go right to the bottom, all the sides pour in all around you. But if you dig over there on the side, you start getting down a little bit, but eventually it becomes the bottom and everything starts pouring down on you again. You end up with so much shit in your head you can't fucking even remember what your name is sometimes. And it's all scary shit too. If I could only remember half of what I forgot and was able to explain it in a way that the common man would be able to acknowledge and interpret what was going on, it'd be pretty scary. But a lot of that shit that I've discovered, and I don't talk about it. I try not. I've come to the point where I don't believe anything that's put on the news or even on the internet. I can't believe you guys. You're all a bunch of liars. I'm a liar too. But I listen to everything that's being said, and I apply my own reason, wisdom, and knowledge to bottom out my own truth and reality, the way I see it. And the way I see it is the way it is because I'm accountable. I hold total accountability. You can call me accountable. I don't care. Everyone needs to be accountable for your own actions and nobody else's. Doesn't matter. Fucking, we need to take control of this. Here's a good little topic here real quick. You know, you get these few mind-controlled patsies that go out and kill a few people this year so far, 30 people maybe, you know, if it happened or if it didn't, I can't tell you. I don't pay attention to it, I try not to. But you get the man on 1600 Pennsylvania there, Soetoro Obama, whatever his name is, he goes and he condemns the shit out of these 30 people that have been killed by their own patsies who they have MK Ultra mind controlled into carrying out these devastating acts to attack the guns. Yet, as of July 3rd, there had been over 612 American civilians killed by the police. And what does the guy do? He just keeps promoting the police and turning it into a federal deal, federalizing the police. And see, that's pretty much what caused the war. The Revolutionary War was the military being staged within our own homes. And when you think about it, that's exactly what's going on today, per se, when you consider that all your tax money that you work for is being robbed from you from the corporation to pay its extortionists, the law, to take your money and keep you broke. And we've all fall victim and prey to it by allowing it to happen and not using the courts as they were intended and designed to be used. See, it ain't so much social dissidence when everybody realizes that it's the corporate government that is the trespasser on the rights and the liberties and the freedoms of the people. You could, just by walking down to the gas station, you can get thrown in jail because you fucking jaywalk. Come on, people. For real? Then what are you going to do? You're going to go try to argue this at the court? You can't beat them. The only way you can beat them is you go in there and you tell them not guilty. or you fucking make a mockery of the judge and get locked up for a while, which is my next intention. It's going to be kind of funny. I'll make a video right after this. I'll tell you exactly how I'm going to do that. This one's almost over anyway. But if we all just take a little accountability, and do you think that your fellow Americans going to just continue to extort your freedom and liberty and your money that's not even really money, it's just an exchange of debt? Them fucking fake dollar bills is just an exchange of debt. There's no monetary value, but that's not this video either. Anyway, I'm getting off subject here a little bit. But the Obama administration, by federalizing the police, have turned us into the same situation that caused the Revolutionary War. Because we are buying the oppression imposed upon us by the policy enforcement officers that we employ through the corporation that we have empowered to exist, including the corporation of the United States. See, and the only powers that that corporation there has is in D.C., but we've all been hoodwinked into believe that they have the power and control. Do you need a judge to tell you what's good for you? No. Didn't think so. You're pretty fucking capable of making them decisions in life that reckon to be in your best advantage, apparently, because you're still kicking and sucking wind. So apparently you've been doing pretty good for yourself, so why do you need to ask the government for everything? You're a bunch of beggars out there. Continue to comply. People, stand up in the courts just like they were designed for us. Take every case in and plead not guilty, or fucking make a mockery of the judge. That's all I can say, and I'm going to end this one here because I'm going to tell you on another video here coming up exactly what I'm going to tell the judge. I'm probably going to do it right after this. See ya.